I'm Steve, and this is CC Garage. Hello YouTube, welcome back. Well, background here we got our 71 parts truck, so let's go see what's missing out of here. Well, bed's missing. Steering wheel. That's missing because that's going to go in the 67 right now. Well, hopefully. This truck is actually power steering. The C10 is not. When I pulled this out, I pulled out the whole entire thing. I didn't disconnect nothing. Disconnected it right at the gearbox. So it was kind of difficult to pull out all in one piece because that is a big steering wheel. So kind of limited on space over here because I'm a hoarder. But we're going to go ahead, try to slide this in. Well, walk it next to the truck, try to slide the column in. And hopefully this is all the same length, because that'll save me some money and get this on the road faster. So let me set the camera up and we'll try to slide this bad boy in. Why has the steering wheel got to be so damn big? I am super limited on space over here. Okay, we got that through the firewall. Okay, I got the wheel in. We're going to turn it so that way the shift bar or linkage or whatever you want to call it faces down. Awesome. Pretty sure I still got the collar or whatever you want to call it. I think that's still out here in the parts truck. That way we can get the steering wheel sitting up where it's supposed to be. It doesn't necessarily have to be tightened down right now. This is the piece I'm talking about. So we got this piece now. That door don't shut because the cab's all rusted out. But let's go ahead, put the camera back over here and try to get the steering wheel up where it's supposed to be. And realistically, now that the body's back on, well, the bed's not staying on, but I don't plan on taking the cab back off, so realistically we could go and move the truck back over to the other side of the shop where it's nice and open and not have to worry about all this crap I have hoarded over here. Come on, Bolt, go ahead and start. The issue is I bent the shit out of this bracket when I took it out. So now we gotta bend it back. Okay, so we threw it in the vise. It looks like it's supposed to now, I think. So after you get them 2 bolts up there for that U bracket or whatever you want to call it, then you want to go ahead and you want to get the seal put back in. Flathead screwdriver or something flat and hard would actually be really, it would definitely help with the job. This is not fun. So now that that's in, this plate right here, it screws back on. Not sure if there's a top or bottom to it because I didn't pay attention when I pulled it out of the other truck. But I know it's got to go behind this sound deadener that's on the firewall. These screws are fairly small. They're only 5/16 heads. Yeah, these holes are a different size, or they're stripped out. Neither one would surprise me. So I actually got some different screws I grabbed out of my toolbox. That should work just fine. I don't know if you can see it, but I actually have nuts for the back of these I'm going to put in. So after that's in, you go ahead and tighten these up the rest of the way. Okay, so now up under here, we have this plate that goes on. This goes against your brake pedal, just like so. Right? No, it's back here. These are a 1/2 inch bolt. Look, now the steering wheel's nice and tight. And there is another trim piece that goes in these 2 bolt holes, but that doesn't go in until your gauge cluster's in. So we're gonna go back out here. So now back on the front of the truck. This is still a little loose. Let's see if I can set the camera up without it falling. So there's this plate that goes on. I just don't remember what bolt. I'm assuming this bolt because shadow mark. And then this fancy clamp. That is a pain in the butt to put on. So that is pretty much it for the steering wheel install. The only thing I really have left is I have to take off the linkage that's on this 350 and grab the linkage off that 350. It's a steel rod that goes in here and then it goes down. Pretty sure there's a bracket that bolts to the frame. So it shouldn't be too hard, but I mean, for now, if I wanted to, I could just run that cable up through the floorboard and take the floor shifter off the pulling tractor out there. Trying to zoom in. The pulling tractor out there by the Jeep. But that concludes another episode on CC Garage. See you on the next one.